Another day, another scam. Unfortunately, it just never ends. A fake contractor allegedly built Brampton homeowners out of $800,000. That's a lot of money. I don't know how he got away with this. So cops allege a year-long investigation determined A&E Contractors has no legitimate business presence. So this is my first time going through it. I saw the headline, was curious. Remember there was a mortgage broker based out of Toronto that was working with a contractor that they had inflated the price of the renovations, and then they provided a really expensive loans to uh, to help fund the renovations. And they were almost exclusively doing this to elderly clients. So basically, just taking advantage of them and ripping them off. I don't know exactly what happened with that. I never. I mean, it was a big case. I'm not sure if somebody went to jail or what happened, but it is Canada. People don't really go to jail, especially financial crimes. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, and let's be honest, I love the country, but let's be honest. So a man is wanted following a year-long fraud investigation into a phony contracting company in Brampton that has allegedly scammed victims out of more than $800,000. Peel Regional Police say uh, where am I? People say that to receive reports regarding a suspected fraudulent contracting business operating under the name A&E Contractors associated with Timothy Glenn Carter in July 2024. So how does this even happen? So following a year-long investigation, it was determined that the company had no legitimate business presence, physical address, or corporate records. How do you even do business with? I don't understand. How do you do business with somebody that doesn't even have an address? I think at minimum these days, at minimum, you got to have a website. There has to be something to verify, your company exists, right? I know there's a lot of businesses that don't even have a website. Um, it's $15, not even 50. It can be free. It's some of these places they allow you to set it up for free, and with the AI, you don't even have to spend time to build it, right? Like it's almost it's as easy as it gets, for to put up a website. And if you can't even just do the minimum of that, like maybe your business shouldn't get any business. Like you need to do like the minimum to separate yourself from a guy like this, right? As a result, Carter is currently wanted on warrant for fraud over $5,000. This is the gentleman. Investigators are concerned about the possibility of other alleged victims and are urging anyone who may have had dealings with Carter or A&E contractors to call police at 905-451. You can see the rest there. But anyways, so but my point is there are a lot of these folks that are out here looking to steal your money. You have to do basic verification. You have to do basic verification. You have to at least Google the name of the company, at least search it. Like, please, for the love of all that's good, like you got to do some sort of investigation. The guy comes to your door and says, "I can fix your roof. I can fix the whatever." You don't just hand him a bunch of money out of your pocket. You got to verify him. Does he even have a business card? I mean, business cards aren't as common as they used to be, but I mean, a business card. Does he have any sort of marketing material? Does he have a website? Does he have any testimonials of previous people that he's worked with? Anything. Does he have a license number? Like, who is this guy? Is this a guy? Why would anybody do? How did he end up taking $800,000 from clients, and he has there's not a lick of credibility to his name. I don't get it. I personally I don't get it. But it just goes to show, right? Like you can be a smooth talking individual, and you can work your way um, into people's pockets, right? That's all that's required. So people that are doing legitimate business, people that are actually out there to look after their clients and do well, have the confidence, because this guy apparently had enough confidence to go out there and take some money, allegedly, right? Take some money, and you know apparently didn't have much of a business, and a lot of people are upset. Apparently there was fraud committed. So just going up based on what the Toronto Sun. This is all, again, alleged, based on what the Toronto Sun's saying. But all I'm saying is just use this as an example of you got to protect your pockets, right? You got to have some degree of scrutiny, some degree of hesitancy when it comes to dealing with professionals. Can you look them up? Like I have to have a mortgage license in order to. I don't deal with end users. I only deal with brokers, but I have to have a license in order to operate in the space. Okay, FISRA, they have a database of agents. Now that's the first place you'd start. If somebody's selling you life insurance, for instance, you go to the website. You can see if they're a registered agent, if they're licensed. You got to do some sort of verification. You can't just take their word for it. There's no website. There's just a guy in front of me. Should I be cutting a check to him? Probably not, right? And it's not your fault for being hesitant. That person should have done the minimum in order to create some degree of confidence in you, right? That they're the right professional for you to be working with. Anyways, I feel like I'm just gonna end up doing a bit of a series on this because it's one thing that I hate is scam artists. One thing that I hate is people taking advantage of other people. It's one thing to start a business, things don't go well, you have investors that you end up letting down. You're professional, things don't go exactly how you expected, and you laid it out for the client, didn't go exact. That's one thing. you know Lack of competence, all that kind of stuff. That's why you have E&O for errors and omissions insurance. But for people like this who are, well, allegedly just being predators, can't stand for it. So anyways, I mean, if you have any stories that you want to share, I'm more than happy to listen to them because yeah, I mean, we got to just raise awareness. I think that's the only thing you can do is just educate consumers, raise awareness, and try to basically bring these people out, or make it so that they can't go after people's pockets anymore, right? They go just get a real job, or just like work with an actual contractor, right? Like obviously he has some degree of sales skills. You could have just set up a real business. You just worked with people that actually can do the fulfillment. Like for whatever reason, people trust this guy, right? So all you have to do was just have an actual company, and he could have done that. But he just but allegedly he preferred to just take the money. Yeah. Anyways, that's my rant for the day. So hope you're having a great day, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.